Alright, what up, hoes? I'm going to do a frequently asked questions video because a lot of you have asked me these questions and I can't answer everyone individually, so enough with this bullshit introduction. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it, alright? First question, how big are your gauges? My gauges, earlobes, earrings, plugs, whatever you want to call them, it's an inch and an eighth, and that converts to about 26 millimeters, maybe 27, one of the two. I'm not exactly sure about that metric system measurement or anything like that. Those of you guys using standard, it's an inch and an eighth, and for the metric, 26, 27 millimeters, something like that. Alright, second question. How tall are you? I am about 5'6", 5'7", one of the two. I haven't measured myself in years. I pretty much stopped growing after about, say, 18 or 19. I haven't seen any difference since then, and it sucks. I've always been the short guy. I've always been shorter than everyone in my class. I just stopped growing. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that answers that question. How old are you? I'm 27. All you people that are younger and are full of life, have all kinds of friends, are going to school, cherish those moments because your life after you graduate high school flies by. Trust me. And I've had people tell me that. All grown-ups were telling me that whenever I was your age, all you younger people. And they were right. It all flies by, and especially because I tour in a band, life is like a blur to me right now. So I am starting to feel it for sure. I'm starting to get bad knees. I just hurt a lot easier. Cherish those young years. Question number 4 is, when am I coming to your city? This is a question I get a lot from people, especially even when I already came through their city. They'll ask me 3 days later, when are you coming back, or when are you coming to my city? As far as that goes, touring it's all about our booking agent. Our booking agent books our tours. He tells us where to go, and that's where we go. It's not necessarily that we don't have control over it. I mean, we could put in a request, I'm sure. Being in a band and touring is chaotic, so you just have to kind of go with the flow. You get the tours that you're offered, and it's not always him that's going to be booking it. It's going to be other booking agents that other bands are booked through. And the other thing you can do is just check the internet. Google it. Google is a wonderful thing. You can Google anything. Just Google it. That's my answer to the question. 5th question, my advice for starting a band. In this day and age, it's pretty easy to get noticed just because the internet is one of the greatest things that we have created as humans, but it's also one of the worst things because being a musician, you want to sell records. And nowadays on the internet, you can just download albums and nobody gets album sales. And that sucks, especially for us musicians, because that means we have to leave home a lot more. It means we have to tour a lot more. We have to be away from our loved ones. We have to devote our lives to the road. It sucks, but at the same time, it's great because the internet is helping us, but it's still hurting us at the same time. But I guess you can't really ask for any more. I'm thankful for what we have. I'm thankful for where I've been. But my advice for starting a band, just get your band together, make a Facebook page. That's what we did. But back whenever we started, it was MySpace. If you're looking to do that now, the best way to do it is Facebook. Start up a band and get some music, some demos up, let people hear it, and that's pretty much how people do it nowadays. Question number 6. Who is my favorite band? The bands, the funny thing is that I don't really listen to music whenever I'm home. I don't ever listen to music at all, really. A lot of people might say, how the hell do you do that? How do you stay sane not listening to music? It's just because that's all I'm surrounded by it. I guess just with anyone that does any kind of profession, the more, they're around it all the time, so they don't want to deal with it. Lawyers don't want to deal with law stuff outside of their job, or people that are doctors don't want to talk about anything health related outside of work. I guess it kind of goes hand in hand. But if I do listen to music, honestly, when I'm driving down the road, I just listen to the radio. Recently, my iPod just broke on this last tour, so I have to get a new one, so I've lost all my music anyway. But if I do listen to music, Meshuggah and the Deftones, that's pretty much all I really listen to if I listen to music, and a lot of hip-hop. I don't really listen to metal. 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 I'm burnt out. I've been playing it for years. I've been listening to it for years. Still love it, but I'm just kind of over listening to it. And music in general, I just don't really listen to that much anymore. Call me lame. Fuck you. I don't care. Question number 7. How do you do your vocals the way that you do them? I have to explain this to people, and I can kind of tell that they get a little disappointed. I just do it how I do it. I don't know. I can't scientifically explain it to you. As far as the way you sound on a recording, it just depends on how you project your voice and how you make the noises that you do. It's all about your voice. People can manipulate their voices, and that's kind of what I do. Honestly, what you just have to do is practice, and eventually you kind of learn how to do it. That's pretty much all I can really say. I mean, I know that's probably not the answer you were looking for. Like I said, I don't have any scientific explanation for it. So just practice and practice and practice until you are seeing improvements or you're seeing different voices coming out of you. Question number 8. Why do you look so mad all the time? That's just kind of the way that I look. Unless I'm if I'm not doing anything, I'm staring off into space, or if I'm just not talking or anything, I guess it's just how I look. A lot of people might think that I'm just a pissed off person all the time, and I'm not. I really am not always a pissed off person. Things annoy me pretty easily. I'm a very impatient person. I don't deal with a lot of bullshit. I'm a lot older in my mind than I am physically. I don't know, I guess you could say I'm kind of a bitter old man, but at the same time I'm still a young person. I still have spunk, and like I still have an outgoing personality and everything. Question number 9. Will you play Call of Duty with me? Yes. Would you add my PSN? Yes, if we're going to play together. What system do you play on? I play on PlayStation. I would love to play Call of Duty with people. I would love to play with the fans. I would love to play with anyone. It doesn't matter. I will add people that I play with. I can't add everyone because I do have a lot of people that are requesting to play with me, and I will play with you if I add you. That's just the way it's going to have to be, because I'll party up with you, we can play some games together, but then I have to move on to some more people that want to play it. I got to give everyone a chance. The last question is, you guys never come to my city. What the fuck, bro? Fuck you. Well, honestly, there's just some places that don't have a good market for music. I'm not saying that the town you live in is shitty, but I'm saying that the larger, more populated cities are going to get more shows. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's always going to be. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't live in a very, I guess you could say, well-known big city in Tennessee. The bigger cities and well-known cities in Tennessee are Memphis and Nashville. If I want to travel out of state, that's, pretty much the same distance as Atlanta from Nashville for me. That's what I've always had to do. If I ever wanted to go see shows, I just had to travel. And that's what you're going to have to do too. I'm not saying that we don't want to come to your city. It's just that we just have to play in the cities that are going to have a bigger demographic. And we're going to have to play in the cities that have a bigger population. That's just how it is. Alright guys, this has been a frequently asked questions with Phil. If you have questions that you want to ask me that weren't covered in this, these are just frequently asked questions that I get a lot from a lot of people. I've noticed I've got these questions a lot more than some of the questions that you might want to ask me. So just leave your questions in the comments, and I'll do an actual questions and answers video, and I will include your name and everything so I can answer those questions for you. Thanks for watching.
East Tennessee, all I wanna do is slow, yeah. All I wanna do is get money. All I wanna do is blow, yeah. All I wanna do is blow, get money.